So here we have it, a just about sailing video with actual sailing, and I have checked with my lawyers and apparently it does count as sailing as long as you get out there and put the sails up. Doesn't matter whether there's wind or not. So let's have a look at what happened. So the sail, here's watch it down here. There's a nice sort of area marked around here with some convenient buoys, DZ2, DZ3, DZ1, which I've updated on the chart. And it's slightly worrying is the fact that this is a firing practice area. But if you have a look at the note on here, it says no restrictions placed on the right to transit the firing practice area at any time. The firing practice areas are operated using a clear range procedure. Exercises and firing only take place when the areas are considered to be clear of all shipping. So if they can see you, that's great. If they can't see you, not quite sure what happens there. You just make sure you wear your high-vis vests, I guess. But anyway, yeah, let's have a look at what happened. Two major mistakes, which will be fairly obvious, and I'll explain them. Just learning, just getting back used to it. So this is the slipping the bridle. A lot of rope being pulled, but it's all being pulled away from the propeller, so it's actually a very good single-handed technique, which I'll practice and show some of these techniques at some point later. And because I accidentally turned off the GoPro before, I thought I'd include a quick clip of actually going out of the outer harbour. There's always somebody at the end of the harbour wall to kind of wave you goodbye. So, actually Al, there is so little wind today. There is, I think all the wind is actually apparent wind. I think it's all stuff that I'm actually making at the moment. So, yeah. And I think that speed, 2.4 knots, I don't think that's right actually. I think this is because I still need to replace that impeller. Don't know if you can see it, so I'm showing you can't, but that's saying 5.4, and I'm going across the tide, so I think it's probably more like 5 knots that I'm doing. But I'm just going to get out a bit. And here's getting the sail up, which goes up really, really easily. So if it went up so easily, why did I take it straight down again afterwards and spend the next 5 minutes sorting things out? Well, this is big whoops number one. Right, now see this little thing? This stops these slides from coming out, or more importantly actually, if you pull this back, it allows you to take the slides out very easily. So when you want to take the mainsail off, you need to actually undo this and take one of the slides out. Now when I was fiddling about with the reefing, I left this undone. Not so good. So what's happening is as I was pulling the sail up, these were just popping out. So no wonder it slid up easily. So note to self, make sure you tighten this up properly before you go out. And here's whoops number 2. The main sheet is very, very slack, but the boom's not moved over. It looked as if there was something stopping it. And this is the point when I discovered exactly what it was. And then, yes, it did move over. Right, see this thing here that attaches there? That's really, really useful when you're tied up. Really, really useful. One of the things you've really, really got to do though is to make sure you remember to untie it before you go out sailing. Well, dear GoPro, apart from the fact that I wanted to do a quick video with the sails up, although that full sail looks awful, doesn't it? There's no wind. there's literally no wind. So I think, unfortunately, we're going to have to call it a day. Sorry about that. Not really enough wind, but still, it's it's out. It's better than in. Right, now I'm going to try and aim to come in pretty much bang on high tide. And this is neeps, this is about the neepiest neeps. And before, when we were doing the engine test, we were on the springiest spring. So it'd be interesting to have a look and see the height difference with the wall from the previous video. Just for comparison, the main picture is a couple of days ago, and this is high tide on neeps, and the little insert picture is from when I did the engine test, and that's high tide on springs. Quite a lot of difference, makes a huge difference to the tidal rate. And simply because I messed it up before, I thought I'd include a little slot of coming in where I do actually have the ropes prepared. Normally what I do is I probably have a rope on the middle cleats, but I've actually put one on the front and one on the back. And so it's simply a case of taking them off from where I put them and getting the rope sorted out. Easy peasy. So, no curtains. No curtains. Right, so the curtain's up. Took about 30 minutes, and they've got what do you call it? They've got stuff on the back which is very, very thick and is supposed to be complete blackout. So that's kind of why I bought them. And that's what they look like drawn. I couldn't remember what colour they were. I spent ages trying to find out what colour, trying to figure out what colour. I'm not very good at doing colours and things. And as it turns out, they're not a colour. So it's fairly typical of me. So I've managed to choose a colour that's literally not a colour. But anyway, there we go. That's me. One of the reasons for putting curtains in, obviously, was to give a little bit of privacy in the main saloon. And I actually put out the, it's supposed to be a double bed, but it's really the size of a single, and tried that out. And it's really quite nice, actually, not sleeping on a triangle for once. That's quite pleasant. So yeah. If you're wondering about the rather garish linen, the actual pattern and so on, I bought this as a bit of a joke for when my daughter stayed last summer, because it's quite girly, and I thought I would play a bit of a trick on her. But actually it's made out of really nice cotton, so I've kind of kept it, and people who see me doing my laundry do sort of look at me with a slightly sideways glance, but I don't care. If it's comfortable, it's comfortable. And this is the main saloon area with the bed taken up. So there we go. That's the third option with the table up. Tends to be the default setting. Small table, but it gives a bit of walking space at the front of it, and yeah, it's absolutely fine, and it's very easy to fold down and so on. Table clips next to the toilets next to the heads, which non-boaty types find a little bit distressing and strange, but as we boat types know, that's the least of the unhygienic things that you have to deal with when you're living on a boat. Here, Derek is the harbour duck. He's looking for food, and I haven't got any, so he's probably going to bite my foot or something. But he's very, very friendly. He's actually a she, by the way. So he's a little poppet. He's an absolute delight. He can be very, very loud, and he's also head of harbour security. It's him that actually got the big warship that I showed you in the last video. He's now realised I haven't got any food, so he's going away. So there we go. That was an extra one. Obviously a bit of sailing footage. Now for next time, I have actually replaced the impeller, but I haven't tested it yet. So if you want to see what it looks like when you take an impeller out and lots of water comes into the boat, stay tuned in for the next video.